Good evening, Mount Vernon. Your eyes are not fooling you. This is Councilmember Potteet, and I am the acting City Council President. Our current City Council President, Daniel Brown, is the acting mayor, and our mayor is away today. Before we get started, just want to go over a few housekeeping items. We have no one in the audience, so don't have to worry about cell phones. We have two bathrooms outside, one on this floor and one downstairs. For any audience members that may join. And unless we have a presentation, let's dive right into the tally sheet. Do we have any presentations tonight? No. Okay, great. So this should be a short meeting. Legislation and Public Works.
Thank you, Acting President Potteet. Item number 1, Management Services. We do have Commissioner Perez on the line. Department of Management Services, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with OpenGov for the creation of a custom environment for the fire department. Commissioner Perez, would you like to speak on this?
Yes, good evening. This came up because fire department came to me. They have been using the OpenGov platform, utilizing the forms and the environment that was basically department. However, they do need some custom forms and some custom uploads and things of that nature in order to be able to do their inspections and provide better services to the public. Therefore, we engage OpenGov, had a meeting with them, we presented to them what we were looking to do and what we were looking to accomplish, and they put together this statement of work to be able to create the environment for the fire department.
Okay, I have one question for you. Do other communities within Westchester County use OpenGov for their fire department inspections?
Have to go back and double check. I am not 100% sure about that. I know OpenGov does seem to be pretty much a standard in a lot of different communities for permitting in general. Double check to see what they're doing on the fire side.
Okay, do you think that you'd be able to get me that answer by Wednesday?
Yes, I'm sure I will.
Okay.
And the forms that the fire department currently uses that are the buildings, there's some functionality. However, they do need customization specifically for what they do within the fire department. So the functionality is capable within OpenGov. It's just that they need it customized.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm going to make that agenda pending. Any other council people
you.
have any questions? Okay, thank you, Commissioner Perez.
You're welcome.
Item number two, City Clerk, Office of the Mayor, a resolution reappointing Commissioner of Deeds for the city of Mount Vernon. That is going to be on the agenda with a amendment on the floor to add Councilman Javon S. Boxill. Is it S? It's S, right? Okay. All right, so that's going to be amended. All right. Item number 3, Public Works, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept a grant from the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation for as-needed services for sewer cleaning, closed-circuit television inspection to support planning of capital improvement projects throughout the city of Mount Vernon sewer systems. That is on the agenda. Johan, Corporation Counsel's Office. Was there a contract to be reviewed on this?
There is a document. Sorry about that. There is a document to review. I've been reviewing.
Okay. All right, thank you. Item number 4, Public Works, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept a grant from the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation in the amount of $1,322,500 for upgrades and capital improvement to the city of Mount Vernon's Edison Avenue pump station. That is on the agenda, but was there anything for you to review with that?
Ditto.
Okay, there's nothing for you to review, no contract?
No, I'm sorry. Same thing. I'm reviewing. There's a contract.
All right, so are we making that agenda pending? I'm sorry, the acoustics is so bad here. What did Johan say?
Yeah,
Both,
I'm reviewing now. You can put it on.
both 3 and 4 we could put on?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Item number 5, Public Works, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing payment to Petrillo Contracting, Inc. for emergency milling and paving of Bona Vista Drive. That is on the agenda. Item number 6, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending ordinance number 4, adopted by the City Council on September 11, 2024, entitled "An Ordinance Authorizing Mayor Sean Patterson Howard to Commit a Local Match for the Green Innovation Grant Program, CIGP, for the South Fourth Street Park Green Infrastructure Project and confirming the project's Type 2 exemption under ECL Article 8. That is agenda pending. I just had, Johan, were you able to, review that also, that amendment?
No, I'll do that for tomorrow.
Okay, I'll put that on as agenda. Item number 7, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing a budget line transfer to cover costs associated with the purchase of a combination vacuum truck. That is on the agenda. Item number 8, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon appointing Dorothea Domica to the Board of Ethics. That is on the agenda. And that is it. I did send Corporation Council Acting Mayor Brown, and I believe Antoinette. We've got a late request from DPW regarding a contract for Bonanza Contracting. I sent you guys the contract. I hope you received it. If not, I'll resend it. And that's a possibility to be on the agenda.
Did you say Bonanza?
Bonanza Contracting.
Got it.
And I have an add-on. Thank you. City Clerk, City Council, a resolution appointing Nicole Bonilla as City Clerk for the City of Mount Vernon. That is on the agenda. That is all, Mr. Acting President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Gleason. I have one quick question. Item number 5. If you could ask Commissioner Bush when the work was done and why it was an emergency. Yeah.
Is anybody from DPW online? I think this had to do with sewer, but I'll find out.
Great.
I'll find out now by the end of the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Human Resources.
Thank you, sir, Acting President. I have item number 9 from Recreation, Department of Recreation, and ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the County of Westchester for funding the Fun-Filled Summer Park Activation Program, which will run from July 1st, 2025 to August 31st, 2025, and that's on the agenda. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Any questions for Human Resources?
Yes, I have. Oh, sorry.
Councilmember Wynn?
No, it's not for human resources. I had one for legislation and public works.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, let's go back for a second. Sure. What's your question?
So on top of your question with the milling, I also didn't understand the paragraph. So it says that Con Ed completed a gas main replacement project. And then on the street, which covered 576 feet. But there's additional pre-existing road damage at the location. So to his point, if there was pre-existing damage, why is it an emergency?
Any other questions, Councilmember?
No, okay, thank you.
Any questions for Human Resources? All right, Councilmember.
I have a question.
Sure.
Corporation Council. The agreement with the county, were you able to review that? With, for the fun-filled summer park? activity?
Legistar has been down, so I don't know if I have it yet, if it's
Okay,
there. This
okay.
is a contract, however, that we've reviewed before.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Next up is Public Safety and Codes. Councilmember Thompson, can you fill in for me? Yeah, 10 is AP
Okay.
and the rest should be.
Thank you. I have item number 10, Department of Planning and Community Development, and ordinance authorizing the amendment of chapter 267 entitled Zoning of the Municipal Code to permit and regulate indoor recreation and amusement uses. That's agenda pending. Item number 11, Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the acceptance of the donation of tactical vest carriers from the Mount Vernon Police Department, Mount Vernon Police Foundation. That's on the agenda. Item number 12 from Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the Department of Public Safety to issue a request for proposals for the implementation, installation, operation, and maintenance of a red light camera enforcement system within the city of Mount Vernon. That's on the agenda. Item number 13, Public Safety, a resolution to the New York State Senate and Assembly in support of one member of Mount Vernon Police Benevolent Association to reopen the New York State Retirement Pension for Jose Centeno. That's on the agenda. Item number 14, from the City Clerk's Office, City Council, an ordinance authorizing the enactment of Chapter 137 of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon, regulating the forfeiture of vehicles in connection with criminal acts, and that's on the agenda. There's an add-on as well. Item number 16 from the City Clerk.
That's.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
It's okay. Are there any questions for Public Safety and Codes?
Number 10 was agenda pending. Can you give me more information on why? Might have the same questions.
So I asked Councilmember Thompson to make that agenda pending. It's a new zoning code for large-scale recreational uses, which is great, and that the city needs it. But there's a few things I would like to see in the zoning code that's currently not in there. There's no information around parking at all. That's left up to the discretion of, I believe, the Planning Commission, but I'm not sure. And then there's no description for maximum occupancy. So normally, you have a 1,000 square foot space, it'll say you can fit 50 people in this 1,000 square foot space. So some ratio, but there's no ratio in the current zoning.
Two things. You made it agenda pending. Who do you plan on getting answers from?
The Planning Commission.
Who's out for the whole March?
Is how-
He's out all March. Second, it's a zoning text amendment. I'm pretty sure, and I would need Johan to confirm, this should be a local law and we need to do referrals to the Westchester County Planning Board, to our Planning Board, Corporation Council.
I believe so. I agree with you.
Good point. So we should then probably, Councilmember Thompson, make this call.
So going back to item number 10, we're gonna call for item number 10. It is no longer agenda pending.
Right, so that's Public Safety and Codes, Finance and Planning.
All right, thank you, Councilman. Number 16, from the City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon adopting finding statements pursuant to SECRE for the Downtown Transit Oriented Arts District, DTOAD. That's on the agenda. And number 17, from the City Council as well, an ordinance amending Chapter 267 of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, entitled Zoning. And that's on the agenda. That's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilmember Boxell. Any questions for Finance and Planning?
No, just an update. Commissioner Perez actually got back to me and said that New York City is actually using OpenGov. for their fire department, so I just wanted to see if there was another, municipality using it, so with it being New York City, I'm pretty comfortable with that. And that is gonna be changed to agenda.
Thank you. Any other questions for finance and planning? Any other questions for finance and planning? All right, so that concludes our agenda. Before we wrap up, any comments from council? Thoughts that you want to share with the public? Councilmember
I guess,
Robinson?
yes, thank you. I guess, maybe tonight and maybe Wednesday, we can do a moment of silence for, Mr. Corey, the parking agent who, passed. Yeah, so maybe we do it Wednesday at the meeting, so.
Thank you, Councilmember. Any other thoughts or comments from council that you'd like to share with the public? Councilmember Gleason?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Mount Vernon Junior Knights who killed it this weekend. I think boys and girls won the championship, and I would love, and I know that the whole council would love, we're gonna have them here on Wednesday, correct? We're gonna have all teams here on Wednesday, and as many parents want to come out, that would be great. And even if you're not a part of the Mount Vernon Junior Knights, come and support our youth. This is really great. This is a wonderful program for them to be in, getting them off the street, hanging out, learning how to be disciplined, to be a teammate. So whenever they rise, we want to rise with them. So that's
Just-
all.
Any other comments? Councilmember,
Yeah,
sorry,
just a point
acting
of
mayor Brand.
clarification about the teams. We're gonna have the eighth grade girls and boys, and then the seventh grade boys come in on Wednesday. I mean, eventually we can do all the teams, but they're like large teams. Some of them have 15 players on, so. Yep.
All right, any other comments from council? Councilmember Thompson? So I would, as we wrap up, I want to welcome our new clerk, Nicole Bonilla. Welcome. And in the immortal words of now Clerk Bonilla, I want to thank myself for having a well-run and short meeting. So if there's nothing else to be said, I will wrap the meeting up. Thank you. Thank you, Mount Vernon, and